4822. During a no-gyro approach and prior to being handed off to the final approach controller, the pilot should make all turns. A. 1/2 standard rate unless otherwise advised. B. Any rate not exceeding a 30-degree bank. C. Standard rate unless otherwise advised. The correct answer is C. During a no-gyro approach, when the gyroscopic instruments are not functioning, the pilot should make all turns at the standard rate unless otherwise advised by ATC. Standard rate turns are defined as a rate of 3 degrees per second or 2 minutes to complete a 360-degree turn. This provides a consistent and predictable rate of turn, aiding in maintaining proper course alignment during the approach. 4718. What are the main differences between a visual approach and a contact approach? A. The pilot must request a contact approach. The pilot may be assigned a visual approach and higher weather minimums must exist. B. The pilot must request a visual approach and report having the field in sight. ATC may assign a contact approach if VF or conditions exist. C. Anytime the pilot reports the field in sight, ATC may clear the pilot for a contact approach. For a visual approach, the pilot must advise that the approach can be made under VF or conditions. The correct answer is A. ATC starts visual approaches to minimize flight paths to the airport, which eases the strain of the pilot and controller and speeds up traffic. If the pilot decides to stay, contact approaches are started and furnished by the pilot. At least 1 mile of flight visibility and no clouds. 4735. What are the requirements for a contact approach to an airport that has an approved IAP if the pilot is on an instrument flight plan and clear of clouds? A. The controller must determine that the pilot can see the airport at the altitude flown and can remain clear of clouds. B. The pilot must agree to the approach when given by ATC, and the controller must have determined that the visibility was at least 1 mile and be reasonably sure the pilot can remain clear of clouds. C. The pilot must request the approach, have at least 1 mile visibility, and be reasonably sure of remaining clear of clouds. The correct answer is C. In a contact approach scenario, the pilot must specifically request the contact approach from Air Traffic Control, ATC. The pilot must also have at least 1 mile visibility, meaning they can see the intended landing airport or a specific landmark associated with the airport. Additionally, the pilot should be reasonably sure of remaining clear of clouds throughout the approach. This means the pilot should have confidence in maintaining visual reference to the airport or landmark and avoiding cloud cover during the approach. 4737. When may you obtain a contact approach? A. ATC may assign a contact approach if VF or conditions exist or you report the runway in sight and are clear of clouds. B. ATC may assign a contact approach if you are below the clouds and the visibility is at least 1 mile. C. ATC will assign a contact approach only upon request if the reported visibility is at least 1 mile. The correct answer is C. Pilots flying in accordance with an IF or flight plan may ask ATC permission for a contact approach if they are cloud-free, have at least 1 mile of twilight visibility, and can reasonably expect to reach the destination airport under such circumstances. 4750. A contact approach is an approach procedure that may be used. A. In line of conducting a SIAP. B. If assigned by ATC and will facilitate the approach. C. In line of a visual approach. The correct answer is A. An aircraft on an IF or flight plan, with an air traffic control authorization, operating clear of clouds with at least 1 mile of flight visibility, and with a reasonable expectation of reaching the destination airport under those conditions, may deviate from the SIAP and proceed to the destination airport by visual reference to the surface. This is known as a contact approach. Only when the pilot specifically requests it and the stated ground visibility at the destination airport is at least 1 sm is this approach permitted.